Come get it, guy. Where's that? Where's that? You got it? Where's set it off for you. I'm gonna set it off for you. I had to get you though. I know. I'm sorry. I had to get you. Cause you want to come, man. You want to come, man. I think I had to get you. I had to get you, man. I had to get you. Don't worry about it. All right? You want to play? I'm going to play. All right. Huh? All right? I had to get you. Don't get mad at me. I had to get you. I'm not being mean. That's the way he likes to play. For real. That's the way he likes to play, y'all. Let me say how many times a day can I? take 200 milligrams to 300 milligrams and 0.001 milliliter. So 0.5 milliliter is equal to 0.5 motherfucker. Wow, that's a lot. So 0.5 0.001 milliliters is equal to 100. So 0.05 is 500 milligrams. That is way too fucking much. Way too much. I only need 200 to 300. Wow. Nope, no more of that. That is way too much. I'll start turning green and shit. The whole. I wanted to lighten the day up a little bit. I was looking at my conversions from milliliter to milligrams, though I know it. And I was looking at 0.001, 0.0001, and I'm utilizing 0.5 milliliters, which is equivalent, 0.01.5 milliliters is equivalent to 500 milligrams. The thing is, chlorophyll, even though I know sweat, if you're doing a whole lot, and if you're in the sun, if you're eating greens and vegetables, it's not going to harm you every few days, but 200 to 300 milliliters of organic or synthetic chlorophyll is way too much regardless. Now it's gonna hurt us, dude. We got plastic, we got all kind of damn psychotropics in the water, stuff they're putting in there, fluoride, about 12 other. No, yet everything in moderation. So what's cracking, y'all? I guess it's time to get to reading. I know I shook the tree a little earlier. YouTube's being a little finicky. So I look at my stats and everything, and I notice this is a big gambit or game. But I learned from the best. Some people who have over 1 million subscribers and some people who have around 500-600 who I converse with. And they let me know that it's not even an algorithm. It is selective people sitting there. And somebody is paying attention somewhere. They know that they have to. Remember, I was reading to you that if procedures 1, 2, and 3 don't work, they have a skip 4, they have a skip 5, they have a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For example, the 2 through 3 way wise I built, right? This is stock. Now I have the authentic one, brace. Now I'm 150% service connected or whatever. Back, knee, surgery, blah, 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 right? This taking this off, I can take this off right now. I will still, it's not as accurate because I'm stronger. Well, I'll pop one through your eyes. It doesn't make it least dangerous. They say this makes it more dangerous. I guess because all the Jesuits and all them want to make sure that they're the only ones who use this. When time comes for the little lizard people, all the little secret underground immoral people who have been taking drugs and being brainwashed into men in black not to have feelings of moral subjugation when murdering, as is going on right now at all the different hundreds of underground bases, right? With their little alien friends. Aliens mean not of this soil or against the will of the people or the source. Leave that alone. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And people are getting tired, especially on my soil. I don't care what any of them say. Law-abiding and lawful, those are two grand meanings. So when you are against the Constitution and you want to disarm a people, to subjugate, because you're part of a party of people who want to enslave a group of people, anything you say by those of us in the knowledge is moot. It means absolutely nothing. And when they say, by way of Washington, the most dangerous game you can play is when the people are against the government for no other reason than to be against the government. Well, that's insubordination. But when the government is against the people, well, that's pure tyranny. That is what that is for. That ain't to go hunt. That ain't to go, no. Quality immunity, it would be benefit this fake federal government and all the other them to remove it. Not that it matters anyway. Because if you want to have people out here doing social experiments and sadists and all the other made up, fabricated nonsense on this soil, that is still righteous, regardless of the perversions on it. You'd make them pay for their mistakes so they learn and do better. How dare anybody serve this country? How dare anybody swear an oath and then subjugate themselves to the lesser of something, not knowing the truth of history? And then when they learn it, oh, they belong to an order and they get to see some weird stuff that y'all don't get to see. Those of us who know really don't care. And those who are starting to see things, they really are starting not to care. Now we know how people like to search, follow and all that, using all it's not global position, it's ground position, whatever. It's corny you off so that way they can swarm in on you and you don't have defensive people around you. Problem is getting to a point where there's people willing to go hunting. I don't think that's healthy. Actually, it's been past that point. Actually, sometimes it happens and nobody knows it. The media will play it out because the media a lot. They are liars. Any of y'all watching WNBC, CNBC, CNN, Fox, any of them, you're listening to liars. Any of them, you're listening to nothing but liars. They played a part. How dare the ATF have the nerve to try and overreach? When the CIA, them, FBI, all of them been giving guns to cartels, and then pouring drugs into our communities. How dare any of them think that they even have sway? I don't care who's new hired. I don't care if you serve in the Marine, Air Force. It doesn't matter to a lot of us. People are sick. Forget tired. People are sick of it. The problem is, time has been run out. Now, other than that, which I really don't care about none of that because I don't want to stir the pot, that a lot of y'all might feel some kind of way. It's not a big communique. Enough of the nonsense. Because that's what it is. Maybe they want to have something kick off. It ain't going to work out like that because just like they are lethargic in there are a bunch of people out here very much so in theirs. I can't really speak flame to the fire of that, but trust me, I hear enough talking. Sounds to me borderline crazy half the time, but you hear it. Especially when the idiots are doing things that go in sync with everything that's going on. Ordered by a bunch of Down syndrome idiots, call themselves elite with their fake history and identity. I was watching one of our brothers talking to somebody. I'm not going to say who's who as far as who's an Indian and who's not. I don't care about that. I want to see people come together and put all that stuff aside and we can sort that out in the end because it's going to be sorted out in the end regardless. You have a lot of people on our ancestral soil playing or portraying themselves to be something they are not and far from it. And in order for the enemy, and I'm going to say this again, in order for the enemy to do what they're doing, and I don't care if you think you're a scholar and a geologist and you search this, that, and other, in order for the enemy to do what they're doing, everything must be backwards. and it must be inverted. And we're living in an inversion. The government is fake. Why is it two-party if one side won? This is why I keep telling y'all. Stop listening to the lie. Believe half of what you see and nothing of what you hear. Problem is, like I said, they know how to get in to the weakest of you. And when you're youth, and when you're young, and you got parents who failed you, and their parents got scared and fell dumb, you dig where we at now? It is within us, okay, to tank up and do what needs to be done. Bottom damn line. But I wanted to shake the tree earlier. I just wanted to shake the tree earlier, you know, see how people would respond, how they would act. Surprisingly, people are still going to go and follow things that. How do you follow something that has nothing to give? How do you follow? And this is not me to. I'm not attempting to take or nothing. There's no need. But how do you? I am subscribed to certain, because I started to see certain things playing out. And I'm like, there's nothing beneficial there, and there's nothing to be learned. It was entertaining at one point, but now it's become so redundantly. I unfollowed quite a few people, and I'm going to unfollow many, many more. Not because I want to. I like to support everybody to make $1, but when I see, you know, there's a lot of people who want subscribers everywhere. Follow. And they don't follow back. You know, you look at all these idiots, right, who have all these platforms, and they don't even respond to the people. Who in the hell? I like Black Rambo. I had to unsubscribe from 2 platforms. He responds to me on Instagram. The other ones, he acts like, no, man. See, that's when you forget where you come from and who you are. That's when you become something else. That, for content, that is not what we do. That is what makes us less than. That is what demoralizes. That is what, and I cannot follow that which has no more light in it, but light is there. I cannot, and I hate the word follow, but I cannot subjugate myself to see more material come through that is meaningless. Meaningless, very meaningless. I always say, if you find me meaningless, don't follow me. I have no problem with it. I'm serving my purpose. People are waking up, and I see it all the time, and they're waking up in a different way from what the norm was. And the norm was a norm at all. They're starting to tap into themselves and see things. Yeah, this is fresh and cool too, y'all. We're sitting in there, and it's cool in there. It's about 69 degrees in here, so yeah. Oh, it's a little charcoal-y, but it's good. Oh yeah. I think it's supposed to take charcoal today anyway. It's good to take charcoal every 3 or 4 days, unless you really need to, and you take 2 of them, depending on how much you're going to take. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into Behold the Pale Horse by William Cooper, and we're going to get into energy. Let me go ahead and say hi to a few people in the house right quick. Rhonda was cracking, ABGR. Rip Lloyd. Lloyd was cracking. Tanya Parker was happening. Pan Miller. Appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get this reading. So anyway, remember, we're in Silent Weapons for Quiet Wars. We just got through with the political introduction, and now we're at energy. Energy is recognized as the key to all activity on Earth. Natural science is the study of the sources and control of natural energy. And social science, theoretically expressed as economics, is the study of the sources and control of social energy. Social energy. Pay attention. Both are bookkeeping systems. Mathematics, listen to this, both are bookkeeping systems, mathematics, and therefore mathematics is the primary energy science. And the bookkeeper can be king if the public can be kept ignorant of the methodology of the bookkeeping. It's like, whole lot of blah, 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 secret, 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 and we're going to throw a whole lot of blah, blah, blah to keep you away from the truth. So you're running around unconscious as a conscious being. All science is merely a means to an end. How many times have you heard me say that over and over and over? Everything alludes to it's the demise, whether it be the jabs, whatever, and then the silence in, and it's all a means to the end. The means is knowledge. The end is control. And bracket just states the end always justifies the means. I guess you could say the destruction of the Georgia Stones. There's nothing God about them. That was done by the same people who are torturing children, people, and everything else, and murder people with no recourse. Yeah, it's by the same individuals. Beyond this remains only one issue. Who will be the beneficiary? In truth, who? In 1954, this was the issue of primary concern. I know y'all love the thing about the grays and all that kind of stuff, because as we have been reading, whether it be Nos Confoundum, Anunnaki, it's not hidden. It's just all over the place. Anyway, let's go on. In 1954, this was the issue of primary concern. Although the so-called moral issues were raised, in view of the law of natural selection, it was agreed that a nation or a world of people who will not use their intelligence are no better than animals. Now, do you see why I'm attempting to get y'all to look in the mirror and wake up and stop looking outside of yourselves? It's paramount. It's indicative to changing the ends of the means, or the means of the end. Anyway, such people are beasts of burden and stakes on the table by choice and consent. So all the little idiots running around there murdering each other and doing all the little goofy, I'm gonna sell my soul, I'm gonna dress up checkerboards and red horns on my head looking like a goof. But I'm making music when the frequency has been changed, so it's not actually magical. It's gut-wrenching and it tears you down. Anyway, consequently, in the interest of future world order, peace, and tranquility, it was decided to privately wage a quiet war against the American public with an ultimate objective of permanently shifting the natural and social energy, wealth, of the undisciplined and irresponsible many into the hands of the self-disciplined, responsible, and worthy few. Self-disciplined, like they weren't taught. Yeah, and they don't even, and it's not even about the fiat. They never touched, majority of them never even touched the dollar. Let's see one. In order to implement this objective, it was necessary to create, secure, and apply new weapons which, as it turned out, were a class of weapons so subtle and sophisticated in their principle of operation and public appearance as to earn for themselves the name silent weapons. In conclusion, the objective of economic research as conducted by the magnates of capital, in parentheses, banking, and the industries of commodities, goods, as y'all know, and services, is the establishment of an economy which is totally predictable and manipulatable. In order to achieve a totally predictable economy, the low-class elements of the society must be brought under total control. For example, must be housebroken. That means spanked every once in a while, showed who's the boss, regardless of who they're utilizing. Trained. You know, boot camp, we tear away the old person and we build up, we train up a new person, and assign a yoke and long-term social duties. Slave, job. Most people, because they're walking around in their costume and they're doing what they're doing, they really don't get it. And they don't know how to break free. Because it's a duty now. But because of the training and because of the housebreaking, to remove any remnants of that which you believe was stable or passed down, which the family also creates house, he does a lot of house breaking, you know, whipping you, you know, black ass over here, blah, 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 blah. I'm glad my mammy and pappy whipped me. I used to say that just to see what they were. I remember I went through 6 years of abuse. I used to say that just to see who would come on. Yeah, I got a whooping. It did me well. No, you dumb. Damn, whoopings ain't do nothing for me. It brought vengeance up in me. No, not towards my mother. No, to those that created the issue. Because I listened to everybody talk around me when I was in my youth. And I knew it was something outside of the family. Oh, I know now. Does that make sense? From a very early age, obviously, before they have an opportunity to question the propriety of the matter. In order to achieve such conformity, the lower class family unit must be disintegrated by a process of increasing preoccupation of the parents and the establishment of government-operated daycare centers for the occupationally orphaned children. I wish I did have a baby with somebody and the CS, what do you call them people, CPS or whatever, come here, they'd be burying them. Literally. If there's anything left. The quality of education given to the lower class must be of the poor, not advocating for violence, I'm just making a statement. Must be of the poorest sort. That's why I say stop having babies at these damn hospitals and filling out documents and papers. Like you need that for your children, which you procreated, nobody else laid beside with y'all in the bed. So that the moat of ignorance insulating the inferior class from the superior class is and remains incomprehensible. Now, what is the inferior and what is the superior class? You got to remember now, it doesn't mean that the inferior class is actually inferior. No, that's indoctrination, it's programming. And it dang sure doesn't mean the superior class is superior. That means that, no, you got a bunch of narcissistic sociopaths, the dichotomy of what? Hyper what? Think about it. But anyway, I digress. Is and remains incomprehensible to the inferior class, which such an initial handicap. Because if you don't know, you don't know. Even bright lower class individuals have little, if any, hope of extricating themselves from their assigned lot in life. The middle class, this form, and you see what they do on the damn media. Oh, it's going to get worse in the middle class. What happens? Cortisol levels go up. Why? Because of stress. And all the other things that go with it. I've got to find another job. I'm going to get less sleep. Oh, the babies. The rent was raised. Blah, 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 blah. The food, the eggs. Oh, my goodness. $8, $10. The gas. And y'all know what the remedy is, but nobody wants to speak what to do and how to do it because most of you aren't trained to deal with it. Anyway, themselves from their assigned lot in life. This form of slavery is essential to maintaining some measure of social order, peace, and tranquility for the ruling upper class. And you know the funny thing about it is if they took all that away, the first thing y'all do, because you're dumb, you are lower, you have become lower class, you become their creation. You go out there breaking in windows. We can't call it stealing, though, so that's the word they'll use with the little jackboots who still have a little something. They'll make sure that they have something. So that way they'll see what you're doing and they'll become violent, not realizing the real situation that their brothers and sisters are in. See, it's well orchestrated. But you'll be running around and you even harm your neighbors. Hell, you might even kill your brother, your sister. This is the foolishness to which we see in the dichotomy of the lives we live now. Descriptive introduction of the silent weapon. Everything that is expected from an ordinary weapon is expected from a silent weapon by its creators, but only in its own manner of junctioning. It shoots situations instead of bullets, propelled by data processing instead of chemical reaction, explosion, tetranitrile and stuff like that. Chemical, you got sulfur, anyway, y'all know how to, I'm not going to tell you how to make a bomb on here. Originating from bits of data instead of grains of gunpowder, which is easy to make, from a computer. Instead of a gun,
operated by a computer programmer instead of a marksman, under the orders of a banking magnate instead of a. Let me read that again. Excuse me. I missed the quotation mark. Originating from bits of data instead of grains of gunpowder. From a computer instead of a gun. Operated by a computer program instead of a marksman. Under the orders of a banking magnate instead of a military general. It makes no obvious explosive noises, causes no obvious physical or mental injuries, and does not obviously interfere with anyone's daily social life. It's targeted. Groups, individuals, organizations, corporations. Yet it makes an unmistakable noise, causes unmistakable physical and mental damage, and unmistakably interferes with daily social life. For example, unmistakable to a trained observer, one who knows what to look for. The public cannot comprehend this weapon and therefore cannot believe that they are being attacked and subdued by a weapon. Because what was the programming? War, Hamburger Hill, what was that one? The Sun's Eye, what was that? Iwo Jima. All them damn war movies, The programming is when you hear weapon, you think pow, 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 boom, boom, tank, bombers, all the recent wars. Plap, plap, we headshot, 2 to the chest, 1 to the head. No, this weapon is worse. Because not only does it destroy the lower, the middle class slowly, it gives those with those weapons an objective to look at when you need to eat on an earth that was meant for you. We were never meant to be paying no damn mortgage and rent and food and water and all this crap. That is part of the weaponization. Anyway, let me go on. The public cannot comprehend this weapon and therefore cannot believe that they are being attacked and subdued by a weapon. And the public might instinctively feel that something is wrong. In brackets, it states, isn't that the truth? Well, yes, questionably. But because of the technical nature of the silent weapon, they cannot express their feelings in a rational way or handle the problem with intelligence because they don't really know what it is or how it's being utilized. They can't backtrack, but a few. Therefore, they do not know how to cry. Cry for help. I always do that. Wow. And do not know how to associate with others to defend themselves against it. How do you go to somebody that says, yo, hey man, we got to work this plan together, especially people in your neighborhoods you really don't know. Remember, there was neighborhoods where everybody knew each other. Now it's everybody know each other, but our block's fighting that block. I'm tired of Maggie. She's just an ass. It's all social engineering. When a silent weapon is applied gradually, the public adjusts. Frog in the pot, the kindle and everything under the pot lit, and it gets warm and you snuggle on it. And in a few hours, somebody's delicacy. Anyway, / adapts to its presence and learns to tolerate its encroachment on their lives until the pressure, in parentheses states, psychological via economic, and becomes too great and they crack up. I've seen enough people jump out of windows in New York down there. Oh my goodness. 3. Y'all know what I'm talking about in New York. Manhattan. Stock market and all that. Where they got that damn bull. Baal. Hey, do y'all know the true story behind Baal and what it means to people? Like, the stuff that they have taken and created is just crazy. And we can go into talking about whether it be Phoenician or there's a few other terms or words. But anyway, that's for another time. Therefore, the silent weapon is a type of biological warfare. It attacks the vitality, options, and mobility of the individuals of a society by knowing, understanding, and manipulating and attacking their sources of natural and social energy and their physical and mental. So the natural and social energy is what? Natural would be love and all that, but it's in a skewed form. And then social energy is your status, how you move, what you have. We're here to repossess your vehicle. You have a notice on your door to vacate in 30 days. You get where I'm coming from? All right. And I gotta, I'm gonna go out and gamble. I gotta get babies. Gotta give mama some shoes and baby some milk. Anywho, and their physical, mental, and emotional strengths and weaknesses. Now I want to read this one, and we'll shut this one down. The theoretical introduction. Give me control over a nation's currency, and I care not who makes its laws. This is Mayor Amschel Rothschild. Meyer Amschel Rothschild, 1743-1812, when he gave his directives to what you see now. Today's silent weapons technology is an outgrowth of a simple idea discovered, succulently expressed, and effectively applied by the quoted Mr. Mayer Amschel Rothschild. Mr. Rothschild discovered the missing passive component of economic theory known as economic inductance. He, of course, did not think of his discovery in these 20th century terms. And to be sure, mathematical analysts had to wait for the second industrial revolution, the rise of the theory of mechanics and electronics, and finally, the invention of the electronic computer before it could be effectively applied in the control of the world economy. You're part of that diaspora. You are controlled too, whether it be for or opposition. Right now, I mitigate the same use. I can have a whole lot of folks following me. Don't want it. I just need the number to be able to tell a story. And if more come in, then fine. If not, hey, sway. It's not my loss. I know the story. You see what I just did, right? Okay. Next, we'll get into general energy concepts. Not today. Excellent friggin' book. The breakdown. I was going to read all these books. I was going to read a whole lot of it. Okay, you slide over there. But I was like, no. I just wanted to get that in. Share that little bit of information. There are PDFs. The PDF, I actually have the PDF on my tablet and on my laptop. Reading the book is far superior to me. I enjoy reading PDFs. I used to share them on Facebook a lot. Right now, what do you call that when they're hiding my posts and stuff like that? And I haven't done anything on Facebook until today. I had to go out there and level something at these idiots because I like playing the game too. That's what they really want to do. And let's see how they fare. But I'm going to read a little bit of Arthur Koestler and the other books. I'm going to come back to it because I got to run out. Yeah, I know it's Sunday, right? I wasn't going to go nowhere. Oh well, plans change. I got to run out and get this one. Some cat bath. I'm going to be the fifth bath. He's a little over a year now. I want to get that. He's shedding. So I'm going to give him a bath and I got to pick this stuff up. Anyway, this is Arthur Koestler, the 13th tribe. This is the one where they murdered him and his wife. I was getting that misconstrued with Mr. Cooper and his wife, Dorothy or Anne. So Dorothy is the daughter, right? Anne is the wife. No, Dorothy is the wife, and Anne is the daughter, who I can't find. So anyway, Mr. Cooper was murdered. Right now, where did all the German, where did all of them come when they wanted to make all these weapons and secret things and all the Luciferian Satan and snatching drugs and all that other stuff? You would have thought he'd have moved somewhere a little, more practical. But hey, it happened. Anyway, I ate good, y'all. Okay, and tonight I'm having my flax protein, almost keto friendly, but pancakes, and I need my honey, and all I got is like a little bit of Manuka honey. I got a little bit of raw honey, and so I got to pick those two up, and I'm gonna wash his ass. He just looked at me. Yeah, I'm talking about you. holding his paw up like he gave me the middle finger, licking his hand. He's literally doing this. And he's licking the middle. He's giving me the middle finger. I'm washing you, man. I'm putting you in the sink, and you getting scrubbed down. And then getting blow dried, chased around. Now he stopped. Okay. You put the middle finger up at me, cuz. All right, let me stop. All right, so 13 tribe. Okay. Yeah, that we went through all that, how they was hanging people and splitting them in two with the trees. Actually, we have a tribe here that was doing that in the Floridas, that was doing that to individuals. Yeah. So anyway, so yesterday we just finished off perhaps both types of motivation were mixed together since sacrifice is a necessity, right? So anyway, 10. It took the caliphs mission early a year from June 21, 921 to May 12, 922. Those numbers are so. Anyway, to reach its destination, the land of the Bulgars, the direct route from Baghdad to the Volga leads across the Caucasus and Khazaria. To avoid the latter, they had to make the enormous detour round the eastern shore of the Khazar Sea. The Caspian is the Khazar Sea. Even so, they were constantly reminded of the proximity of the Khazars and its potential dangers. A characteristic episode took place during their sojourn, with the Ghuz army chief. And in parentheses, it states the one with the disreputable underwear, the fraying underwear. You know, they wore it until they disintegrated anyway. And I know people like that now. Anyway, they were at first well received and given a banquet, but later the Ghuz leaders, I would believe that would be ghouls, but it says Guz, but I believe they're one and the same from the stories that I'm reading here. Leaders had second thoughts because of their relations with the Khazars. The chief assembled the leaders to decide what to do. And the most distinguished and influential among them was the Tarkhan. He was lame and blind and had a maimed hand. The chief said to them, "These are the messengers of the king of the Arabs, and I do not feel authorized to let them proceed without consulting you." Then the Tarkhan spoke. "This is a matter the like of which we have never seen or heard before. Never has an ambassador of the Sultan, traveled this very small writing, typing, through our country since we and our ancestors have been here. Without doubt, the Sultan is deceiving us. These people he is really sending to the Khazars to stir them up against us. The best will be to cut each of these messengers into two and to confiscate all their belongings." Another one said, "No, we should take their belongings and let them run back naked whence they came." And another said, "No, the Khazar king holds hostages from us. Let us send these people to ransom them." In the so-called Bible, who is the progenitor? Oh, Japhet. I'm only asking. Aren't they called Ashkenaz? So when did they become Khazars? Because we know that from the Bulgars and all that, and Rus, the original melanated people, they were called Khazarians. And they fought in World War One. Look it up. So why is he putting Khazars here? Because you got to remember, he was educated too, even though he was willing to tell the truth, knowing the truth that they were not the chosen and righteous people. And he's also witness to the great nation of our people here, now inundated with a lot of falsities. Now, I don't mind Turtle Gang and all these other individuals talking about this, that, there, so-and-so is Olympic, this, that, another. Talk your own history is fine. But you won't talk for all of America, which is not the name of our land. I asked y'all to find out what the name of this land is, and I'm tired of asking y'all to do that. Okay? So all these other individuals and their little wayward ideologies, short-lived narratives, they'll find out in the end. But regardless of that, they are not the Khazars. He's just putting that down, though. Okay? They're Ashkenaz. They argued among themselves for 7 days, while Ibn Fadlan and his people feared the worst. In the end, the Gauls, let them go. We are not told why. Probably Ibn Fadlan succeeded in persuading them that his mission was in fact directed against the Khazars, the Ashkenazis. The Gauls had earlier on fought with the Khazars against another Turkish tribe, the Phoenigs, I can't pronounce that word. Pechnegs. I'm not going to look it up either. The Pechnegs. I don't know. Pechnegs. I don't know. It's some weird word. I'll look it up later. Let's see. Pechnegs? Yeah, let's go with that. But more, excuse me for hacking it up, but more recently had shown a hostile attitude, hence the hostages of the Khazars took. The Khazar menace loomed large on the horizon all along the journey, north of the Caspian. They made another huge detour before reaching the Volga encampment, somewhere near the confluence of the Volga and the Kama, where the king and leaders of the Volgars were waiting for them in a state of acute anxiety. As soon as the ceremonies and festivities were over, the king sent for Ibn Fadlan to discuss business. He reminded Ibn Fadlan in forceful language, it states in parentheses, his voice sounded as if he were speaking from the bottom of a barrel. Very, very deep monotone. Ooh, that's wow. And of the main purpose of the mission, to wit, the money to be paid to him so that I shall be able to build a fortress to protect me from the Jews who subjugated me. Unfortunately, that money, a sum of 4,000 dinars, had not been handed over to the mission. Owing to some complicated matter of red tape, it was to be sent later on. On learning this, the king, a personality of impressive appearance, broad and corpulent, seemed close to despair. He suspected the mission of having defrauded the money. What would you think of a group of men who are given a sum of money destined for a people that is weak, besieged, and oppressed? Yet these men defraud the money. I replied, this is forbidden. Those men would be evil. He asked then, is this a matter of opinion or a matter of general consent? And then I replied, a matter of general consent, sir. Gradually, Ibn Fadlan succeeded in convincing the king that the money was only delayed, but not to allay his anxieties. The king kept repeating that the whole point of the invitation was the building of the fortress because he was afraid of the king of the Khazars, Ashkenazis. And apparently he had every reason to be afraid of, and as Ibn Fadlan relates. I think when Tartaria fell, everybody just went ham and somebody was guiding somebody else and telling them what to do. And willing to sacrifice a whole lot of lives. Is that crazy? When you think about it, I'm saying. It's crazy. Let me see some. Let me see if I pull this up. Let me see if I a little information here. Why is it so dark, bro? 20. Oh, wow. It went down to 2% that quick, y'all. It's gonna shut off. Damn it. Ooh, that went down quick. I wonder if they're in here now. Okay. Is that back over here? Yeah, I think it is. I'm gonna throw a word out there, okay? And I'm going to see if what y'all do with it. Okay. Now, I have several, but I'm going to throw this one out there because, I know some of your people study the Bible, this and another, and it's not informative to this because those things are plagiarized. I told y'all about King James in the 1500s, came here, he was here for 5 to 7 years, left in 1511, and when he left, there was no Bibles anywhere. The fall of Tartaria had happened, and the besiege had happened. And all the original indigenous inhabitants started falling everywhere. When I tell you the Vatican, those are Negro bones. Go and see if you can do the research of those who studied some of those bones and see what they got to say. All those millions of bones under there. They even have a chair, some throne built from them bones. Let me see if I can actually, hold on. Let me see if I could do this. Pull this up. Put that on there. Let's see what sound it's not going to do it, huh? It should. What, this is the language? Do y'all know what the Kuna language? Land in its in the Kuna language, this word means land in its full maturity. It's the old world. Asia Superior. I'm just asking y'all if you know. I don't believe this is going to have the actual, let's see if they do. If you can bear with me. I'm not installing shit, man.
Abayala.
Abiyala.
Abiyala.
Abiyala. Abiyala. No, that is an ancient tongue, Sanskrit. That ain't Tartarian. No, I just want to see. I'm gonna throw one every once in a while and see what y'all come up with. I'm surprised that they were they have 18 different ways to pronounce it. And so, but that one I am very familiar with. Abiyala. Abiyala. Abiyalal. Abiyala. 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 I just thought I would share that with you guys. I know y'all in the knowledge. I just, I just find it very important. That's all. Okay. So I gave you one. It's the tea for today. Oh, it's already at 4%. Pretty good. Yes, I know, honey. I just said it. Yes. Yes. Very good. And nobody knew that, trust me. When I used to say it in the military, there was a certain chief used to smack me in the back of my head and say, "Shut up. You're going to go to Davy Jones' locker." I was like, "What are you talking about? Don't say that word." So I did it. But I never knew how to pronounce it appropriately. I used to be like, "Ab, ya, ya, la, ya." I'd be rapping this. And he once heard me, he was like, "Hey, how you know the word?" I've known it for a long time. Don't say that. Before he made chief, he's like, "Don't say that around here." Don't say that. You don't know who. That's the one, him and somebody else took me to Edinburgh, Scotland to meet a 90-year-old Mason woman, 1986. A 90-year-old Masonic woman in Scotland, 87 and 85-year-old, all three Masons, seeking my forgiveness about something. And that's what all the times I used to go to King James Castle. And I met some of the finest Scottish women I ever saw in my life. Damn near my complexion. I mean, built like sisters back home. Anywho, thank y'all for taking the time to listen. I'm going to run out here and get my honeys, manuka and honey. And his ass about to get scrub-a-dub-dub. That's my little bro, man. Nah, I love him. With the big wooden brush with the hard bristles. I'm just kidding. No, I ain't gonna say that's just crazy. He been on tour my ass. So next time y'all see me, I'll probably walk with bandages over my hands. Yes. And it was all of north, south, all that. They separated the landmass because, you know, they're perversions. They're going to say, I'm going to give a shout out. You're going to do what I got to do while it's still early. And then we're going to read 6 books. Okay? And that's before I'm having a juice night with those keto waffles I'm going to make. Rondo, what's cracking? APGR, what's going on, family? Yeah. Rip, what's going on, mama girl? I'll check you out. Lloyd, yeah. Tanya Parker's, all right. I just wanted to go over it again. Positive relations. If you raise children to critically think, you can reason without beating. No, it's more than that, honey. It's more than that. It's no beating required or needed at all. But yes, you're right. And you should know firsthand. The thing is, we must make sure that we are solid. Because emotions and feelings steeped in the lower class or the lower echelon, to which we are not low class at all. We are living in an inversion. Everything is backwards and reverse. Literally. Let me turn this off. And that's why I say it's important just to hear me out. Because we can say all wonderful and beautiful things, not saying that they don't have meaning. The reality is, that's not going to fit everybody. It's got to be something that fits everybody. Everybody's got to be able to see. And how do I do that? We must look at ourselves before we even attempt. And for those who have reassurance, appropriately so, they should be able to share that. But also with caution, because it doesn't work for everybody, because most people have never had to look at themselves. And when they did, they didn't like what they saw. We must get people to love and embrace who they are. Not the perversion, but to wash that away first. The boot camp theory. To tear it down, to remove, to raise the crud. And then walk people. If you have paid attention, I've been slowly walking that few of you here. And if you have not been taking on that dynamic, learning how to breathe, and that's not this, all right? Looking eye to eye with yourself, meditating and all those other things, and making change and benefiting yourself in a way that is beneficial, it doesn't matter what anyone says. We have to walk one another. What is it to take but not be able to give? We all do a lot of take. And then when we give, are we giving enough for everybody? Are we giving enough where everybody can accept that? Some people have a hard time because the way I go off in the AM. No, I decided to go back to my AM rants. Why? It's going to draw some people and it's going to make some people run. And that's what I need. I don't need worthless bodies standing around. We got 3 now. They can't even hit the light. Get the fuck out of here. And probably some people we know. And maybe not. Maybe they're over in England or Australia or something. Or maybe they're just feds. Or maybe they just sitting here. We got to look. We got to watch. Who knows? I don't care. I'd rather shoot a whole lot of goofies and then keep the dynamic of the dialect going. Because see, a lot of people love watching the things that make them feel good. I need people to feel uncomfortable. And how are you going to feel uncomfortable if you ain't willing to feel yourself and deal with yourself? How are you going to learn something if you're not willing to listen? Anybody that acts like they know everything, I'll shoo them. Those dynamically, though, who are very intellectual and intellectually intact and intelligent, my heart told me. But even then, you've got to be able to listen. We don't mimic. Take it in, and we be the sponges we're supposed to have been. We're supposed to be able to learn to our very end. We're supposed to be able to learn all the way to the very end. And if there's information that is informative, we share that. This is not tearing down nobody. This is very paramount to what's being done here. I know exactly my walk right now. And my walk is what I'm doing. And nobody else knows it like I do. No one. But y'all can walk with me. But you got to walk in your own damn barefoot if you want, on your own slipper sandals or whatever, it clogs, whatever the hell it is you choose to walk on your hands if that's what you want to know. Okay? I know what I'm doing. It's in me. I feel it. I can't explain it. But I can get everybody else to where they're supposed to be in their walk. I can guide them, because whatever your walk may be, I guarantee you is totally different from mine. But the thing is, all those walks are supposed to match, not be in statuses. Who's better and less and this, that, and other. But I can tell you, like I stated before, 99% of people don't know what they're supposed to be fucking doing. You know how many people I know that play for the NFL? They were pushed in that direction because they were talented, but the talent was laid somewhere else. And then because of the misforgiveness and the misfortunes, sleeping with prostitutes, this, that, and all the party and all the stuff they've done, whatever, they come out, they feel like the only way to rectify it, because they haven't been nurtured properly, I'm going to become a pastor. We know a couple personally went to the NFL and they come out, I'm going to be a pastor. I'm going to do this and I'm going to get involved in that. I'll see how to make the money. Capitalism is still in my mind. Socialism is still in my mind. They have not been freed. So here, we can free ourselves from whatever it is dynamically that's held us in a certain place using material. Look at the world instead of intrusively, objectively, and to shape ourselves behind what it is, a real feeling we have. Because most of the feelings we have is far from real. It's a construct. Didn't I just read Silent Weapons? Was anybody paying attention? What is my major? Sociology. Why did I accept that and not psychology? Because psychology is bullshit. It's the truth. But it works because it's a weapon. The purpose of psychology was to undo that which was ordained natural. Sociology was to study the works of psychology and to see how far the destruction went, as per case with the study of children and young adults, the switching role of COs and inmates. I've been allowed to walk this path, the direction, because people saw something in me who were very quiet. And then people reached out to me and says, you need to talk about this. And I listened. Objectively, stubbornly. You always hear me quoting, I'm like Jonah. But even that, I'm circumventing. I'm starting to have a clearer understanding, though I'm still very obstructive to myself. Okay? But no, nobody's wrong. We're just going about things a little different than probably how we should. And I say that with love and compassion and my conviction. Again, I know how it ends, but I also know how it can end. And I do. I can't deny. I see, I'm sitting out. You know what it's like to be sitting there and be like, and then the one day say, cuz you ain't gonna believe this. Talking to somebody, right? I don't even know if I should be telling you. Would you put here this motherfucker monitor me, follow me, and let me see your eyes, nigga. Yo, shake my hand, nigga. Shake my hand, nigga. You got a tight grip, but check this out. Now, don't fake it, nigga, because I could break your fingers. Oh, okay. Yo, why you shaking my hand like that? To draw. And when I draw the emotion that I require, that allows me to see beyond, that not even the enemy would know, then I'm like, oh, check this out, cuz. Don't worry about that, man. It's going to be all right. Put some ice water. Check it out. I share a story with an individual. And this is what the motherfucker do. Nigga, I'm going inside, bro. And start looking around. That's what I'm talking about. Like I said, I know how the fuck it ends. I know how it can end. But I know how it ends. All right? So, gratuity. Grateful for all you coming in. Love the fuck out of y'all. Rep, you already know where you at. Ladies, gentlemen, always. Yeah. What was that? Sedona, yes. Yes. Equator 7. It's cracking, brother. Hold on. Silent weapon, yes. I don't want the stranger. Yeah, but let's be careful of the words on here. I don't want to get all, I say gay because gay is a plural. It just means whatever. They're the ones stuck on their little pronouns and all that other stuff. But that is, we spoke on it earlier. That's their crap. You know what I'm saying? The stuff that they're doing with the children, they're going to stop that shit. There's people right now who want to go hunting. And there ain't enough security to stop these people from wanting to go hunting. I be listening. It's all over America. And these people, because they're so flamboyant and so confused and conflicted and so perverse. It's like the guys who dress up. I'm going to say this. It's the guys who dress up. The dudes that dress up with them suits. They like to go and do all that drag queen stuff and story time. Those people get a sick perversion. They get a kick off of that. That's a disease. And any so-called adult that allows that, woe unto them. Especially on this soil. See, they've been made to feel comfortable here. With a whole lot of historical lies, too. I would hope that y'all are sending out some energy. Send it my way as I send it your way. That some of them snap up out of that. Because there are a group of cross-dressers that be like, no way. They speak against it. But you'll never see the media showing that because the media is confounded. They're sick with them. You dig what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and get my honey. Get some real one shows up. But anyway, I'll let y'all later. We'll get those reading in. I appreciate everybody coming in. Love you all.